We are live at the South Philly Bar and Grill, and I want to welcome today from Philly to Philly, Joe Valley sitting in the Artie Clear show down here at South Philly Bar and Grill. Joe, welcome to the show.
Artie, thanks for having us. We had a lot of fun tonight.
Yeah, we should have a good time right now. We have the Philadelphia Phillies. We'll be trying tomorrow night Philadelphia. We think great matchup, Al. This is a better matchup in the playoffs. What you have going on in Philadelphia between those two pitchers.
Fox is heralding this match to be one of the most highly anticipated matches in NLCS history, and you know what? You can't argue with it.
Look, you got a guy who won a Cy Young there, and another guy who won a Cy Young, and a guy who threw two no-hitters, one perfectly managed no-hitter this year. The hottest pitcher for sure in baseball right now, and Philly need him to win. To get him in game one, they'll probably get him in game 5, and who knows what happens during those games. If they'll bring him back, need a couple innings out of him. But tomorrow night's game is the table side. That game will actually tell a lot of what's going to happen in that series if the Phillies have a chance and the Giants have a chance. Now, I've been all week posting things on Facebook and on the show about the Manager Unleashed. He's bringing these managers on his own show. He has a big time show, a David show, but still he's bringing managers on, and they're saying the Giants are going to beat the Phillies, and the Giants are going to beat the Phillies. But he leads into everything, like to tell him what he wants to hear. But it's not really true. There's no team better in baseball right now than the Philadelphia Phillies. They swept the Reds. What else did they want? They swept them. Giants, they fell apart against the Braves, but the Braves fell apart against them too. So it's like nobody really wanted to win it. They had to give it to somebody, which meant they give it to the Giants.
I think what a lot of people are basing that on is the fact that the Phillies offense has been kind of up and down. They didn't hit that well against the Reds. But you've known this Phillies offense for years. I mean, they'll lose to a guy like Ross Ollendorf, but then they'll hit a guy like Lincecum. I don't think it's really the fact that the pitching is just good or not. It's whether the Phillies bats want to come around, and it usually comes in cycles. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. And you know, if you look further down the road, you don't want to do that yet in the World Series. You look at a guy like Phil Hughes or maybe C.J. Wilson as being a possible problem in the Phillies, simply because they haven't faced him.
Also, this particular year, the reason why I like the Phillies a lot is because they got some veterans on their bench, namely Mike Sweeney and Ross Lowe, who wasn't on this team last year. They're American League hitters, and they've seen the American League pitching. So, if they get to the World Series, that would be a plus for the Phillies. Right now, they sweep the Cincinnati Reds, and the Cincinnati Reds this year was the best team, the best fielding team in baseball, all those things. And the Phillies coming out twice, not once but twice. 5-hitter thrown by Howell. We know about the no-hitter. And both teams fell apart in game 2 with ours. Cincinnati made 4, we made 2. We capitalized, and they didn't. And that ball that Jay Bruce lost in the lights was lights out for Cincinnati at that point. It was all over once they lost that game. The Phillies put that fear in them, and they put fear in a lot of baseball teams. As far as Chris Russo, the mad dog, keep on talking about the San Francisco Giants, I really could care less about that guy. I don't think he's just begging for the Giants, begging people to get on his bandwagon because he loves them for such a long time. Hey, in 1954, they got in the World Series and they won it. I think they won the World Series in 1962 and 2002. And they had the Angels buried.
1989, they won.
Okay, did they have the Angels buried in one of them series?
They had him buried in game 6. Game 6, Dusty Baker gave Ortiz the game ball. And he was walking out back to the dugout. He gave Ortiz the game ball, and then he put Worrell in, I think, and then Troy Dawson or Spezio hit the 3-run home run. Right. They were 5 outs away, I think, from winning that.
Yeah, 5 outs away.
And they
and I know I must have ripped this guy's heart apart when he didn't get that World Series because he's a diehard. And I'm a diehard Phillies fan, but I will say the real deal. I'm not going to just prop on the Phillies if they don't deserve it. They really do deserve it right now. Finishing with the best record in all baseball, 97 victories, 58 for the All-Star game. To me, that's really impressive. If it's the Phillies or any other team, that's impressive when you can win that many games. After losing the first 4, getting swept by Houston, go to 47 or 44, and here you go, you win 50 out of the next so many games. They had the best record since the All-Star break. You get the best pitching since the All-Star break. And their hit, it was a little bit, I don't want to say it's bad, but it wasn't real good. They didn't really blow anybody out. It was a bunch of hours, but they scored enough, and they pitched well enough, and they fielded well enough to take that series in the sweep, which I actually did predict that. So I'm going to take a pat on the back for that. I predicted this. The Phillies would sweep them. Not only did they sweep them in the playoffs, but they swept them 4 games right before the All-Star game to get to 47-40, which was a big thing. Now, one of the biggest victories they had this year was against Lincecum and that bullpen when they had a 5 or 6-1 lead going into the 9th inning. The tied it, took the lead and won that game. It was a gigantic lift for the Phillies at that time to win that game. When they were dead and buried, they came back to win that game. That's a big win, and they propelled off of that win. Like they came back to the Cincinnati game, won the season, where they hit that 2-run homer, 4 hits in a row, and they came back and won that game. They were getting buried in that game. This team has resiliency, they have heart, they have toughness, and right now they get the best manager in baseball, Charlie Mack.
There's something special about this team. It really reminds me of the '07 Red Sox team with Dice K, Rebecca, Schilling, and Lester at the helm at your rotation. Their World Series title in '04, the hitting was a little bit better. You had Johnny Damon, whatnot, some other players, Mark Belmore, and their hitting wasn't as good.
It was a big thing now.
He wasn't the game winner in Game 1. Yeah, he had the game winner in Game 1 of the World Series.
He had a couple home runs in the series.
He did.
He was giving up for dead like anybody's on.
Yeah, and
it's like Mike Gagers back in the old days. Huh?
Right, and the thing is, their hitting was better in '04, and their pitching was pretty good.